The crumbling hospital loomed over the town like a specter, its walls bearing witness to unspeakable horrors. Dr. Emma Taylor, a renowned paranormal investigator, assembled a team to explore the abandoned building. As they entered, a chill ran down their spines. The air inside was thick with malevolent energy. Emma's team began to uncover the dark history of the hospital, where twisted medical experiments had been conducted on unsuspecting patients. They discovered a hidden wing, sealed off from the rest of the hospital. Inside, they found evidence of the most heinous experiments, including a room filled with rusting medical equipment and a single, unblinking eye staring from the shadows. Suddenly, the lights flickered, and an eerie whisper echoed through the corridors, "You shouldn't be here." Emma's team tried to flee, but the doors slammed shut, trapping them. As they navigated the labyrinthine hallways, they encountered the vengeful spirits of former patients, their twisted bodies a testament to the atrocities committed. Emma's team realized that the hospital was a nexus for ancient, malevolent entities, feeding on the suffering of the damned. With each step, the horrors escalated. Emma's team discovered a hidden laboratory, where the most depraved experiments had taken place. And in the heart of the lab, they found the source of the evil, an otherworldly artifact, pulsing with an eerie glow. As they tried to destroy the artifact, the entities unleashed a maelstrom of terror, threatening to consume Emma's team. In a desperate bid to escape, they performed a ritual to banish the entities back to the depths of hell. But as they fled the hospital, they knew that the horrors they experienced would haunt them forever, a constant reminder of the terror that lurked in the shadows. And in the darkness, the unblinking eye watched, waiting for the next group of unsuspecting souls to dare enter the accursed halls of the hospital. As they emerged from the hospital, Emma's team thought they had escaped the horrors within. But the malevolent entities had one final trick in store. The artifact, it seemed, had been a key to unlocking an ancient curse, one that would spread beyond the hospital's walls. At first, it was just a whisper, a rumor of strange occurrences spreading through the town. But soon, the truth became clear: the entities had been unleashed upon the world. Emma's team tried to warn the authorities, but their pleas fell on deaf ears. The entities moved unseen, manipulating reality, and bending the fabric of sanity. One by one, Emma's team began to vanish, consumed by the very horrors they had sought to uncover. Until only Emma remained, driven by a desperate determination to undo the damage. In a final, apocalyptic bid to banish the entities, Emma returned to the hospital, armed with forbidden knowledge. She confronted the mastermind behind the horrors, an ancient being, born from the darkness itself. The battle was fierce, with reality hanging in the balance. Emma's sanity was tested, but she refused to yield. In the end, it was just Emma and the ancient being, locked in a struggle that would decide the fate of humanity. And then, silence. The hospital stood quiet, its secrets buried within. But in the shadows, the unblinking eye watched, waiting for the next victim, the next soul to succumb to the horrors that lurked within. The curse remained, a ticking time bomb, waiting to unleash its terror upon the world once more. The town was left to pick up the pieces, trying to make sense of the horrors that had unfolded. But as they rebuilt and recovered, a sense of unease lingered. The hospital, once a symbol of hope and healing, now stood as a monolith to terror. Years passed, and the legend of Emma's bravery grew. But the truth remained shrouded in mystery. Some said Emma had triumphed, banishing the entities back to the depths of hell. Others claimed she had succumbed, becoming the latest victim of the hospital's curse. One stormy night, a young journalist named Sarah decided to investigate the abandoned hospital, determined to uncover the truth. As she approached the entrance, a chill ran down her spine. The unblinking eye watched from the shadows, waiting. Sarah explored the decaying hallways, uncovering clues that hinted at Emma's fate. And then, she stumbled upon a hidden room, containing Emma's journal. The entries revealed a shocking truth: Emma had not defeated the entities, but had instead become their vessel. As Sarah read the final entry, the lights flickered, and the whispers began. The entities, still lurking, sensed a new victim. Sarah tried to flee, but the doors slammed shut, trapping her. In the darkness, the unblinking eye watched, as Sarah became the latest pawn in the hospital's eternal cycle of horror. And in the shadows, Emma's spirit whispered a haunting warning: the terror never ends. It only waits. Sarah's screams echoed through the hospital's corridors, but they were drowned out by the storm raging outside. Just as all hope seemed lost, a figure burst into the room, shining a light on the horrors within. It was Emma, or what was left of her. Her eyes had changed, now an unnatural green, but her determination remained. With a fierce cry, she banished the entities back to the depths of hell, shattering the curse that had haunted the hospital for so long. As the darkness receded, Sarah stumbled out into the stormy night, gasping for air. Emma followed, her eyes returning to normal as the curse's hold on her broke. Together, they watched as the hospital's walls began to crumble, the evil that had dwelled within finally released. The unblinking eye, now blind, stared out from the rubble, a haunting reminder of the horrors that had transpired. But as the storm cleared, a new dawn broke over the town. The hospital's dark legacy was finally laid to rest, thanks to Emma's bravery and Sarah's determination. As they walked away from the ruins, Emma turned to Sarah and smiled. "It's over," she said. "The terror has ended." And in that moment, the town was reborn, free from the shadows that had haunted it for so long. The hospital's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the horrors that lurked in the darkness, but also of the bravery that could overcome them.